Welcome back, everybody, to DouglasCountyDigest.com. I am Luke Johnson, and with me is Mark Davis. As we concluded the first half of play just a few moments ago. Saragordo was up 21-0, and they have been dominant on offense, pretty well on the ground. They've thrown in some good plays there through the air. Mark, what have you seen?
Seen a lot of Saragordo coming out. They had some good run game, and their quarterback went 2 for 5 with 2 touchdowns. So that helped build up the score. Their run game has been pretty good, and they've had 44 D. Woods carry the ball a lot from the fullback position. I think VillaGrove's quarterback has been struggling today. We'll see if we see number 5, Tyler Price, out there at all. And I think they need to pick up the pass game and run game a little bit on offense.
So maybe you think they should stay with their hurry up, and it seems to be working maybe a little bit better than slowing it down.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had a couple of good drives, like we said, in the first half. They haven't been able to finish them off. They've gotten to Saragordo's side of the field a few times, and it just kind of stalls out. And Saragordo, on the other hand, their run game has been decently solid, not necessarily as effective as they might like, but then they switched it up and went to a pass game and got 2 quick touchdowns off of that. And they did have 1 rushing touchdown with a little 1-yard scamper by D. Woods. But new half, score 0-0 is what you gotta think. You know, we survived the first half, come out, let's play our game. Our defense, you know, VillaGrove's defense was pretty, they stepped it up, they improved, they kept Saragordo out of the end zone there at the end of the first half. And they created some turnovers, and they had some turnovers themselves. So we will see here what VillaGrove comes out to do. I believe that VillaGrove gets the ball, correct?
Yes, they will receive the ball off this kickoff.
Okay, good. So VillaGrove gets their offense out on the field right away and put a drive together, make it a 21-7 game to open the second half, and then you have plenty of time to make up the other 2 scores later on, right?
Yep, that's exactly right. And just watching VillaGrove's defense in the first half, it didn't seem like they'd given up big bulkage of yards, but they just allowed those scores to get in the end zone. So they'd hold them down, and then those big plays would get the Broncos down into the end zone. So we'll see if they can keep them out and keep the yardage to a minimum like they have been.
And Saragordo getting set to kick off here for the second half. And here it is. Number 22 for Saragordo kicks off. Back to return is Palmer, and he is cradling that with 2 hands, making sure it does not come out. And he is tackled around the 26-yard line. So decent field position to start for VillaGrove. And now's the time to make a statement. Come out of the halftime, run your offense, get in the end zone, cut the lead down to 14, and show Saragordo that, you know, they're just not going to take this game away from them. I mean, it's tough when you're coming in. It's homecoming for Bement, Saragordo. You're visiting, you're on the road. It's always tough to come in on the road and steal a win from a good team, top of the conference like Saragordo. And here comes VillaGrove's offense.
You wonder if Henderson underperforms here, if he gets subbed out for number 5, the backup quarterback for the Blue Devils, Tyler Price. So we'll see what he does.
And the handoff was to Terrian Price, and he tripped in the backfield. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. And we got an offensive lineman slow to get up for VillaGrove. And he seems to be okay. Henderson in the backfield in that pistol formation, just a couple yards back behind the center, not quite a true shotgun. 2 wideouts to either side. Max Daly in the backfield. And the handoff to Max Daly. And he is still on his feet. Excellent run by Max Daly, dragging people down the field across the 40-yard line for a first down. Good job by Max Daly. Good hole opened up in the beginning by the offensive line. Excellent run. Good handoff by Henderson. And they're in a hurry up. Here's the handoff again. Good job holding on to the ball. A good handoff. Max Daly again. And Cerro Gordo looks like they're just trying to strip the ball, Mark.
Yeah, Daly was untouched on that play. We saw toward the end of the game last week, Hubbard in the backfield. Now we're seeing Daly in the backfield, who has the hot hand.
And the handoff to Daly again. Gain for about 4 yards is Daly for the 3rd time in a row. And he has been the workhorse right here. As the Woods brothers bring him down. Henderson again in the backfield. Taking the snap. And he keeps the ball. And he has a great gain. They ran the option, and Henderson holds onto the ball, doesn't pitch it, keeps it himself.
There was a tackle barely missed at the line of scrimmage by 42 for the Broncos. That'd be Jay Woods. If he would have gotten that, he would have stopped him for no gain.
And Henderson hands off again. In the middle by Max Daly, and he's still up and going. And he's in the end zone, but there were a bunch of flags out there.
Henderson was tackled with no ball in his hand. You wonder if that had anything to do with the flags down.
And we will see here what all the flags were about.
There was no whistle. This guy signaled touchdown too, Chad. This referee signaled touchdown.
And it was a good handoff, good blocking up front, and then some of the Cerro Gordo guys just kind of stopped, and I think Max Daly went all the way into the end zone, and there was a signal for a touchdown. So we will see what happens here. And then a pull.
You never want to stop on a play like that, especially when you're running back with the ball. You just keep going.
Don't make it up as you go!
You don't ever want to stop on a play unless you hear the whistle. If you hear the whistle, then... And the face mask on Cerro Gordo was the call, and it is declined, so it is a touchdown. VillaGrove is in the end zone for the first time tonight on the score.
There's that statement just like we talked about, Luke.
And an excellent job, a good opening drive. They run the hurry up to perfection, to a T. It was a good job. And
this is number 50, Zach March, for the extra point.
I believe that was a handoff to Max Daly, who ran it into the end zone. So it is now 21-6, and the extra point will be blocked. So it is 21-6, and will remain that with 10 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. So yeah, as you said, Mark, a good opening drive for VillaGrove, making that statement. Only things to build off from here.
Yep, that's right, Luke. We'll see what they do on the kickoff here. It's a bad breakdown on the offensive line on that extra point. Now you're thinking, if you do get those 2 scores, you got to go for a 2-point conversion on one of them just to make up that blocked point.
Yeah, you need to make up that extra point you missed. And there's another flag on the sideline. As the Cerro Gordo coach was talking to the referee, he got a little too involved. And they will enforce that on the kickoff.
I remember a play just like that from Auburn college football a couple of years ago. I believe it was in the national title game. Running back for them, number 5, I forget the name. He was tackled down, it seemed, but his knees or elbows never hit the ground, and he just got up and ran it in for a touchdown. It's a play just like that there. You never stop until you're whistled down.
And now the emotions are heating up here between both teams as the crowds are starting to get into this. And Cerro Gordo is back deep as the opening kick will come from Cerro Gordo's 45.
John Henderson, the kicker.
They switched, VillaGrove did switch kickers, as Mark said. And Henderson kicks it deep. Cerro Gordo will not bring it out. I do not think they can. And they will get it on their own 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Cerro Gordo. In a hyped up game now in the second half, VillaGrove comes out, scores, and trying to keep it close and make it a ball game.
We'll see if their defense can hold off a 80-yard drive by the Broncos and keep that ball out of the end zone. That's what they need now. They need the ball back, and if they can get another score, that's a big statement. They are right back in this game.
And Wickensdorfer, excuse me, with the pitch to the outside. He takes it to the inside, and a good tackle on the outside. VillaGrove is definitely pumped up right now. There's a flag on the play on the outside. And a good pursuit by VillaGrove's defense, using their speed to make up the difference on the yardage. And it will be a holding call on Cerro Gordo. So that will push them back in their own side of the field for a 1st and 20. With first down 20, 10 minutes to go, 21-6 in favor of Cerro Gordo. VillaGrove just got on the board, and things are starting to get interesting now. A lot of excitement. There's a lot of adrenaline flowing now. These two teams are kind of rival teams in the Little Oka. They're two of the top teams in the Little Oka. And Vickersdorf with a screen play, and it is read perfectly by VillaGrove. Noah Palmer just lied in waiting to tackle him in the backfield after that catch.
It looked like a good interception opportunity for the Blue Devils, but they just missed it, but they got a good tackle there on that play.
And VillaGrove is out here prepared to do what they need to do here in the opening minutes of the second half. Defense fired up, offense comes out and scores. Defense is ready to go, fired up, and they're making a stand here on Cerro Gordo's side of the field. And Cole Blickensdorfer is the quarterback with D. Woods to his right. 4 wide outs, and they look to pass again. They bring pressure. Ball was tipped. Picked off by VillaGrove, and he is tackled. VillaGrove number 2, Zach Broker, with the interception off the tip pass. And it will be VillaGrove's ball on the turnover. There are a few flags on the play.
Those flags have littered the field today, Luke.
Yeah, those flags have been a big ordeal so far today. In the first half, it was VillaGrove's coach was out on the field arguing some calls. In the second half, Cerro Gordo's coach comes out and argues some of the calls. And he got a 15-yard penalty on that last score by VillaGrove to push them back. And now VillaGrove takes over on the interception.
Those flags might be green by the end of the night. All those grass stains on them.
Stains, and VillaGrove's offense comes out. They are deep in Cerro Gordo's territory already on the 20-yard line. And Henderson hands off, and Daly gets tripped up, I think, by one of his own offensive linemen for about a 3-yard gain. No, excuse me, a 2-yard gain. They ruled him down sooner than I thought. And VillaGrove in the pistol. Henderson ready to take the snap. 4 wide outs again. And Henderson keeps it.
Read it, John!
And he is tackled for no gain. No gain on that play. So it'll be 3rd down for VillaGrove. 3rd and 8. And VillaGrove has seen this all game long, getting put in 3rd and long situations, 4th and long situations. Henderson takes the snap. Handoff up the middle is faked, and Henderson will go nowhere. And so Cerro Gordo is now responding, stepping up the defense, keeping VillaGrove away from the end zone. So it'll be a 4th and 8, no gain on that play. An exciting opening to the second half here in Bement.
It's tough when you're in this position. You don't have a field goal kicker that can get it there. And you certainly can't punt from here, so you have to go for it on a long 4th and 8.
So Henderson keeps it, escapes, and he is tackled, and they say he is in. So Henderson on the QB keeper again for the 3rd time scores, 2nd score for VillaGrove. And VillaGrove has now dwindled this lead by Cerro Gordo down to a couple scores.
You're disappointed right now if you're the Broncos. You come out with a big lead. You come out to play your game that you played in the first half, and you just come out and you fall on your face, basically. Turnovers, bad defense, 12 points allowed. And you almost think that they have to go for the 2-point here to get back to a 1-score game. Can't afford another blocked extra point, certainly.
And they attempt the 2-point conversion, and it is no good. And it was an errant pass by Terry and Price. And that's okay. That's VillaGrove's second score. They've been in the end zone twice already here in the first half in a matter of minutes. So VillaGrove has definitely come out and set the tone. And as you said, Cerro Gordo's kind of has to be a little disappointed. They played well in the first half. They held VillaGrove to no points. They put 21 points on the board, and then they come out. It's almost like they switched sides. VillaGrove played, not terrible, but not very good in the first half. And they switched with Cerro Gordo, and now VillaGrove is playing well, and Cerro Gordo is a little lackluster in their effort.
We've only seen 4.5 minutes played in this second half, and VillaGrove has already scored 2 touchdowns. So if they keep that rate up, they'll be putting up 50 points by the time the game's over.
And VillaGrove's sideline is very pumped up. You saw Noah Palmer there, number 4. He's beating his chest, getting ready to go, encouraging everyone on the sideline, encouraging everybody out there. And VillaGrove will kick off. And it's a squib kick headed for the sidelines, and it is out of bounds. That'll be a flag. And they had an opportunity maybe to recover that ball, but they were just a couple yards shy. So VillaGrove's defense will now take over.
Die for that.
They've got that penalty assessed to an out-of-bounds kick, I believe.
That'll be from where the ball went out of bounds, I believe. And so Cerro Gordo will have excellent starting field position. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line, and it is getting noisy here in Bement. As Blickendorfer hands off to Isbell around the outside to the right side, and he is knocked out of bounds. And that will be a 1st down. So on 1st down, Isbell runs for 11 yards. That is number 6, Steve Isbell for Cerro Gordo in the backfield with that 1st down run. And Cerro Gordo looking to put together a drive of their own, hopefully here to counter VillaGrove's excellent start to the second half. And a handoff again to Isbell. He's met in the backfield. Excellent tackle by number 53 for VillaGrove. He was in the backfield before the back got the ball. Tanner Bergner, an excellent penetration through the line, right in between 2 offensive linemen for Cerro Gordo, and brings the back down in the backfield for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12. So just when Cerro Gordo thinks they built up a little bit, VillaGrove comes in and rains on their parade a little.
That is 53 Bergner, who's starting a linebacker now. He's a sophomore. Guy I actually went to school with for a couple of years.
And a pitch to the outside. There's a flag, and Isbell is on the outside, and he gets tackled. Excellent open field tackle. Number 2 for VillaGrove. Chases down Isbell. Zach Broker, who had the interception. And it will be a penalty against Cerro Gordo. And so that run will be negated. So a block in the back against Cerro Gordo. And again, those flags, as you said, Mark, are just coming out everywhere. I don't think we've done a game yet that's had this many flags. And VillaGrove trying to get their sideline into the game. It is 21-12 in favor of Cerro Gordo. 6.5 minutes to go. And he fakes the pitch. He rolls to the outside. And a couple of missed tackles, loses the ball, but it's recovered by number 15 for Cerro Gordo. And that is Josh Hayes on the ball. But good job by VillaGrove, sticking with their assignments, not letting go of the receivers, making the quarterback for Cerro Gordo, Cole Blickensdorfer, scramble.
You could tell that the whole VillaGrove defense was just waiting for Blickensdorfer to throw. and he just ran it. He had a wide open field ahead of him, and that's how he gained a few yards. And then that fumble even tacked a few on after that. It's number 15, Josh Hayes, on the recovery for the Broncos on that play.
1st and 10 for Cerro Gordo. Pitch to the outside to Isbell. Terrian Price with the blitz runs him down. 2-yard gain though by Isbell. And VillaGrove's defense has taken over where they left off in the first half. Psyched up, making tackles, chasing down some quick people from Cerro Gordo's sideline.
You see Austin Hubbard come in at safety for the Blue Devils, and number 8, Max Daly, come out. Those are two of their offensive weapons there on defense.
And Blickendorfer is under center. And he'll hand off, and the defensive line is there again for VillaGrove. No chance whatsoever for the running back to get out of the backfield for Cerro Gordo. There were 2 VillaGrove defensive men in the backfield.
The way this game is looking at, you'd have to think that the Broncos went in a little bit too arrogant into their halftime. They came out kind of cold, probably expecting to win this game, and the Blue Devils are coming back fast and hard.
And maybe some overconfidence setting in on Cerro Gordo at the end of the first half. But they need to get past that and move on, and they need to put together a drive if they want to keep VillaGrove out of this game. And Blickendorfer is being chased by Palmer. And he gets out, and he is a 15-yard scamper for the first down.
He was almost sacked in the backfield, and then he just came out to run. That would have been a big play for VillaGrove to get a sack there. Probably get the ball back with some good field position, but instead Blickendorfer runs.
And it was very good pressure on the quarterback. They made him run again. They're not leaving anybody open downfield, so and it's not terrible things. That quarterback, that's his last option, is to take off and run. So they're shutting everything else down against Cerro Gordo. They just have to keep the quarterback in containment. And Blickendorfer is under center again. And a handoff to Isbell. And he goes for about a 6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 4.
For the Broncos, you're thinking you have to score here, or else you really have to give the Blue Devils some terrible field position when you're in this kind of a spot.
And VillaGrove's defense is trying to hold Cerro Gordo. Blickendorfer is under center again. The I formation behind him. Handoff to the fullback, Woods, and they finally drag him down. He is a load if he gets moving.
His leg is back, he's getting the ball.
And it's tough to bring him down. VillaGrove, I give props to VillaGrove. They are not trying to tackle him above the waist. They are grabbing his legs to try and stop his momentum. So good job by VillaGrove's defense going low on him. And Blickendorfer is under center again. I formation. And the handoff to Isbell, who makes a move through the middle, cuts up, and he is in the end zone. And Steve Isbell goes up the middle and scores. Cerro Gordo with the answer here on their drive to reply to VillaGrove's 2 scores.
Number 6, Steve Isbell.
And it is 27-12 at this moment with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
When you've got a guy like D. Woods at 225, he's definitely hard to bring down by the legs. It's going to take a while to drag on.
And the extra point is good for Cerro Gordo. 28-12 now. So we've seen VillaGrove get on a run, get 2 scores, and Cerro Gordo comes back with theirs to make it 28-12. So it's definitely going to be an entertaining game the rest of the way through. And if you're VillaGrove's offense, you need to take a page out of VillaGrove's defense right now. I know they just gave up a score, but they have been energetic and psyched up. They have done a really good job at shutting down all the options for the quarterback and forcing him to run because he has nowhere else to go. And what Cerro Gordo's defense, what does Cerro Gordo's defense need to do right now, Mark?
I think they really have to protect against the run. They've had a lot of big runs given up. I think they need to have a couple safeties deep. You haven't seen too much pass from VillaGrove today. So I'd say protect the big runs, and that's what they're giving up so far. The Blue Devils have converted a lot of 3rd and 4th downs just from breakout plays.
And there's the kickoff from Cerro Gordo. Back deep is Palmer. He looks to get upfield, and he looks to be around the 32-yard line, 33-yard line. A good return by Palmer. Palmer's definitely taking care of the ball. He's got that thing tucked away real tight so nobody can get at it. And they move the ball back and call it the 28-yard line on the spot. We will get ready for VillaGrove's offense to come back on to try and three-peat and score for a 3rd time. And they have 4 wideouts, 2 split to the right side, which is our side, 2 split to the left side, which is the far side of us. Henderson in the backfield, the pistol. Henderson keeps it and will be twisted down for a 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 6. And again, VillaGrove in that hurry up, which has done them well here in the 2nd half. Henderson again takes the snap, hands off to Daly, who is met in the backfield and dropped. Two Cerro Gordo defenders there. Number 42, which is Mr. Wood, Jay Wood. And VillaGrove with their spread set, 4 wideouts. Henderson and Daly in the backfield in the pistol formation. And he fakes the handoff and makes a daring pitch. And he will get no gain. Terry and Price, no gain on the pitch. A late pitch by Henderson. And it will be 4th and 5 for VillaGrove. And their punt team will come out. And I would say right now they need a little bit better punt than what they had last time.
Play it safe. Nope, don't have it. Punt it.
Number 11.
Oh, they gave it to us, Chad. They gave it to us. Oh, that was a good one.
And there was a decent punt. A decent punt, but there was a flag on the play.
Hey, this guy didn't even have a spot with the post. He's moving all over the place.
And we were waiting on the call. It looked maybe it was in the backfield where the punter was, so they may go for roughing the punter as the call.
It was a very good punt by the punter there.
Under duress and still got a decent punt off.
I thought that would be blocked just from first look, but that carried down the field and bounced and rolled away. Down to past the 20, it looks like.
And it is a 5-yard penalty.
Cover, you're right in the way there, kid.
And they will measure here.
Help if this guy with the stick didn't move it before he was supposed to.
And a very interesting turn of events here for the roughing the punter call. So they may choose to go for it on 4th and short instead of the 4th and long that they originally had.
About a yard short of the first down.
So 4th and about a foot for VillaGrove. And now the decision is, Mark, would you go for it or punt it away?
I think with the score, you have to go for it. If the Broncos get another one, you're going into the 4th quarter, you're down enough already. The comeback's looking grim. But I think on a short 4th down, I think you just go for it here.
And that's what VillaGrove elects to do. Their offense retakes the field, so 4th and a foot here for VillaGrove. Definitely a key play in the game right here. And they draw them offsides. There will be an offsides on the defense. on a trick count.
Flag on the defense.
And so VillaGrove will get the first down on penalties.
That is very disappointing for the Broncos when you have the Woods brothers anchoring that front defense. You know you can stuff a run, but when you give up a penalty like that, it's very grim.
And VillaGrove in their pistol formation again. Henderson keeps the ball.
We can get up to that second level.
Gain-
Linebackers are flying off.
Gain of 6 yards.
Middle linebackers are flying.
We 2nd and 4. As there's 30 seconds left here in the third quarter.
And about 6, they'll bring up 2nd down and 4.
And VillaGrove waiting for the play to come in. They're on a good drive here, set up by some key penalties against Cerro Gordo. And with time running out in the third quarter, they run a sweep to the right side. They got lots of people out there,
Hang on the ball.
and they stand up. And they had his momentum stopped, and excellent job by the runner to hang on to the ball. Number 32, Hubbard. Somebody should give that guy a drink. I think he held onto the ball for about 10 minutes while they tried to strip him.
It's a great play by Hubbard, not such a great play by the officials there.
He's gonna get hurt.
And a good job by VillaGrove getting a good play at the end of the third quarter. It is 28-12, still in favor of Cerro Gordo with a great game on hand. We will be back with the fourth quarter in just a moment.